Good day, sir. My name is Adebayo Resources, Finance Department, Group 11. And now my group will be discussing on the foundation of business communication. And under the foundation of business communication, we'll be discussing on the concepts of communication, the 4S and the 7 C's of communication, the communication process, overview of business communication, the context and types of business communication, and lastly, the importance of business communication.
My name is Babalola Ijala, and I'll be talking about the concept of communication. Communication is the process of exchanging information, ideas, and messages between individuals or groups. It involves the transmission of information from one person or entity to another through a variety of channels, such as verbal, non-verbal, written, and visual means. Effective communication is essential in building relationships, creating understanding, and achieving common goals. It requires active listening, clarity of messages, and appropriate feedbacks. Communication can take place in various contexts, such as personal, professional, and social situations.
Of discussing the communication process. The process of communication goes through the following steps. First, we have the sender. This is the person who initiates the communication process. Next, we have the encoding. The sender gathers all the information that they intend to convey. Next, we have the message. The information gathered by the sender takes the form of the message. Next, we have the channel. The medium the sender chooses to convey your message. Next, we have the receiver. The message is then delivered to the receiver. Lastly, we have the decoding. The receiver then interprets the message and responds accordingly, to which the communication process comes from.
Okay, business communication. Business communication is the transmission of information within an organization for the organization's commercial benefits, and it can also be defined as the ways which the company uses to share information is for the promotion of their services and products to their consumers. The 4S of communication: sharpness. It is believed that brevity is the spirit of it, and this applies to communication. For communication to be effective, the message should be short and straight to the point. Simplicity. The use of simple words and concepts indicates clarity of thinking. When a person is perplexed, he is more likely to utilize similar tactics to gain the recipient's attention. But when communication is simple and straight to the point, it is more effective that way.
7 C's of business communication. The 7 C's of communication are a set of rules that you must follow in all conversations. They help the individual with whom you are interacting understand what you're saying. The 7 C's include clarity, concrete, complete, credibility, concise, consistency, and cautious with communication. Clarity. Clarity is achieved in phases. It's critical to understand why you are conveying the message. You should inform the recipient why they are getting the communication and what you hope to accomplish by sending it. Credibility. You must utilize helpful facts as well as precise language and syntax. If your listeners notice mistakes in either, they will be sidetracked and your trustworthiness will deteriorate.
Context and types of business communication. We have interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is the transmission of information or ideas between two or more people. So it can be in the form of a conversation, a dialogue. It can even be in the form of a telephone call. We have intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication is the communication from within. That is self-talk. You know what to tell yourself that, oh, I can do this, I'm going to do this. That is intrapersonal communication. It can be in the form of a motivation. Intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication is the communication from within. It can be in the form of a self-talk. That is, it can be meditation, it can be reflection, it can be a motivation to yourself. When you tell yourself, I can do this, I'm going to do this, that is intrapersonal communication. Then we also have mass communication. Mass communication is the communication between a person and a large group of people. It is always in the form of a media outlet, in the form of a newspaper, radio, and television.
Continue for my group members talk. I'm talking about internal and external communication, formal and informal communication, and public communication. To start with, internal communication has to be communication within an organization. It can be executed with fax, mails, internet, and memos. But external communication is the type of communication that has to do with the organization and its environment and others. Moving to formal and informal communication. Formal communication is an official kind of communication, which can be mandatory, indicative, and explanatory. It can also be in vertical position, which runs from top to down, and can also be horizontal position. Moving to informal. Formal is also known as grapevine, which means communication among peers and members of the organization. While public communication is level communication, which a speaker or a person writes a message to a group or a cluster of people, which can be done orally or in writing.
So now I'm talking about the context and types of business communication. We have oral communication and written communication. Oral communication is also known as verbal communication, while written communication is also known as non-verbal communication. Examples of verbal communication include spoken words, which may be face-to-face, telephone, radio, and television, while non-verbal communication describes the method of conveying information through handwritten messages, text, face-to-face gesture, or body languages. The various parts of non-verbal communication include your body movements, your face, eyes, your gestures. Non-verbal communication is also called silent language, as it encompasses the use of cues and body gesture.
Solving problems. Through various communication channels, the manager can be informed of various routine and non-time problems of the organization, and accordingly, they can take the necessary actions of steps to solve the problems. Making timely decisions requires updated information. Through effective communication, managers can collect the information from different corners and can make the right decisions. Publicity of goods and services. In the modern age, business is becoming highly competitive. Almost very competitive manufacturers produces products of common consumption. However, all of them cannot sell equally well. The organization can communicate better.
Okay, I would like to continue from where my colleagues stopped. Removing controversy. Effective communication allows smooth flow of information among various parties involved in the negotiation of transactions. As a result, conflicts, controversies, and disagreements can be resolved easily, enhancing employee satisfaction. If there is free and fair flow of enhancing employee satisfaction. If there is free and fair flow of information in the organization, it will certainly bring mutual understanding between management.
Importance of business communication. The following point highlights the importance of communication in a business or in an organization. The first point is exchanging information. Now, communication is mainly the exchange of information between two or more parties. The second point is preparing plans and policies. Now, communication helps in preparing organizational plans and policies. The third one is execution of plans and policies. For timely implementation of plans and policies, managers must disseminate those in the whole organization in order to disseminate the plans and policies of the internal and external parties. The fourth one is increasing employees' efficiency. Now, communication helps in increasing the efficiency of employees. With the help of communication, organizational plans and policies, rules and objectives can be met efficiently.
Okay, in conclusion, the foundation of business communication is based on the principles of effective communication, which involves the exchange of information between two or more parties with the aim of achieving the common goal. Effective business communication involves clear and concise messages that are tailored to the needs of the audience, the use of appropriate language and tone, active listening and feedback, and the use of appropriate communication channels. It also involves the ability to adapt communication styles to different situations and cultural contexts, and the use of technology to facilitate communication. Good communication is important for business, for building relationships, establishing trust, and achieving business objectives. Thank you.